Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. Let's play a 5-point match on Backgammon Galaxy and we'll see what we can learn. Oh, let me adjust my mic here. Alright, this should be normal volume. Play this guy. Good luck to my opponent. Okay, maybe split. Yeah, this seems a little weird to do this when you're giving up your 8-point. I kind of see what he's thinking. I got one man back, so he wants to like build up his blitzing posture and attack me, but I don't know if it's worth the loss of the 8-point when he has like other reasonable things. Like I would have played like 24 to 18, 13 to 9 there, which seems fine. Okay. Like it's close on the opening roll, making the 2-point versus other stuff, but making the 2-point doesn't give up the 8-point on the opening roll. So that has to be like a pretty big factor. But we'll see what the computer says. All right, so this is a double take on the race alone. Contact isn't that great for him, so I'm actually going to cube this. Should be a pretty easy take based on the race. Yeah, that's pretty solid take. In fact, come to think of it, he should take a little deep in non-gammonish positions, 5 away, 5 away. So actually, I think maybe the cube is wrong by a little bit. Yeah, if I thought about the score, I would not have cubed that. Anyways. Dance here. Yeah, it's a pretty strong cube at the score. Probably a pass. Maybe take for money. But I need 4 points to win the match, so he needs to be very careful about losing a doubled gammon. So at 4 away, your doubled gammons are especially valuable. I don't actually know. This gives him kind of a lot of return action. Does win probably the most gammons. Obviously, this wins the most. Well up in the race. Maybe I should just play for the win a little bit, despite what I said about the doubled gammons. And I'm not sure about this one. They just didn't like, it was like probably 10 shots or something, you know? Seemed a little too expensive. And I left the back man kind of stranded. If he anchors or something. All right, I don't think there's enough upside to go after him, although it is a candidate. Can I do this? Just 4 shots. Kind of want to do this and leave 2 shots. Okay, let's just do this or something. Oop, not that. How about this? 4 builders for the 3, unless he anchors or runs. He should anchor. Good. No problem. Maybe I can still gammon him. That's going to be tough after a 6-5. A lot of 6-5s this match. I'm a 6-5 machine. Okay, he's really... How about this? I feel like I want to press for the gammon a little bit, given the score. No, there's safer stuff there, probably. I can't really... Yeah, bearing a guy off is too dangerous. I like the fact that 6-3 is a double shot here if I roll it. Although that is the only blot number, I think. It's only 6-5 here. All right, how close is the gammon? Is still pretty pipe dreamy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crossovers. I need 11. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to play safely. Just 2 blot numbers, but it's only a single shot. Similar stuff here. Yeah, a bunch of trade-offs. All right. Run. Okay, interesting. All right, well, if I get hit, I definitely want the checker off. That seems to be the overriding consideration. Checker off seems to be worth a lot. Yeah. Oh, this isn't right. Yeah, eight guys off. I think the game's about even here. He should be, I mean, aggressive due to the score, but I think he thought maybe he was ahead in the game. This might be easy, maybe not. And one roll ahead, I guess. All right. We'll take a look at the computer analysis. Wasn't that interesting a match? But yeah, we can take a look at some stuff. Switch to XG mode. Right. Yeah, I mean, the way I think about this decision from the opponent is if you know what's close on the opening roll between making the 2-point and other stuff, you don't want to make the 2 here because there seems to be more arguments against it than on the opening roll. Namely, you're giving up the valuable 8-point to do it. So that seemed like sort of an overriding consideration. And, you know, he's got the stronger board. I've escaped a guy. So he has sort of more incentive to provoke some contact, you know, which is done by splitting often in this play. So I was most afraid of him doing this play. On the other hand, I've already escaped one checker here. I just have this one last guy to escape. So there seems to be a much bigger premium on running versus the opening roll. So that's why I chose to run with the 6-4 rather than make the 2-point. Although actually apparently making the 2 points okay. Yeah, it's okay. I would expect a bigger differential here. So I'm wondering a little bit. I mean, he's got the stronger board, so maybe the computer's a little worried about getting hit with 2s here. You know, hit with some 2 dance. He's got a good cube already, probably. 5-4, and then this just is easy until the cube decision, and then it should go. Yeah, no double take. So this would be, I think this would be a cube for money, or at least it'll be closer. The reason why you need to be a little conservative in non-gammonish positions at this score is because when the opponent passes, you get to like a comfortable 4-away score. It's kind of easy to play from like all these 4-away scores where you need 4 points to win the match. It's sort of easy to get good cubes in. So he should be like a little bit reluctant to pass and give you this comfortable score. Although I do win 1% gammons here. Huh. Let's just take a quick look at the money eval. All right, so this is the score-based eval. Like, my theory is that maybe this is a cube for money, but not at the score. Or at least if it's not a double, it's going to be closer. Yeah, so this is double. So you can see this. You can see this effects. I sometimes call it the 4-away effect, but really it's like when you're 5-away, and you're in like a non-gammonish position. In other words, you don't win a lot of gammons. You have this extra incentive to like wait a little bit longer compared to money, or compared to like 0-0 in a very long match. Anyways, yeah, so I was happy to see the pass. I gotta remember that. I forget that sometimes. You know, this 5-away score. I forget to be like a little cautious in races, for instance. So it's sort of. I mean, it doesn't often matter, but like there it sort of mattered. You know, if I mean maybe in practice it's like an okay cube because the guy passed, but you know, against like a strong player, you don't want to double that. Whereas you do want to double that at like 0-0 in a 9-point match, for instance. Okay, nothing doing here. 3-5, and yeah, I thought he should pass this. Okay, it's a big pass, and yeah, here's another 4-away thing, right? So probably this is a pass for money also, or 0-0 in a 9-point match, same. But it's going to be like a lot closer. Because again, I need 4 points to win the match, so my doubled gammons are very valuable, and I win a lot of gammons here. So again, we can take a quick look. So this is the score-based eval. The money eval is double pass, but it's closer. Right? It was 1-3-5. Okay, yes, you can see how much the score matters. It matters like 0.3 in this very gammonish position. Okay, this is something I always talk about on the stream, but it's just like very important to understand sort of these score nuances. Like you think it's just like it's 1-0 in this match, right? So how much can the score really matter? Well, it matters like 0.3 there, you know? Okay, yeah. So there are more gammonish plays, I think, than just running, but obviously running is going to win the most. Like I was tempted to do this to up the gammons due to the score, but it cost too many wins. That's a 10 shots. I think I said 10 shots. 6 off the roof. 3, 6, 2, 6. Yeah. 10 shots on this side of the board is too many. And you're foregoing running, of course. And then it was pretty easy, although I probably screwed something up given the error rate being 2. Maybe in the bear, maybe once I start bearing off, I screwed that up a little bit. 2-2. Okay, this is no big deal. Okay, so I make the most gammonish play given the score. The 0 blot numbers. Oh no, double threes is a blot number. That's the only one. I mean, this is sort of safest because you're clearing the top points, which could be a problem to clear later. It's a couple blot numbers though, I think. So just 6-5. Still gets a checker off though, you know. So maybe it's sort of fast enough. It definitely wins fewer gammons though. 3-2. Okay, so here I thought a little bit about bearing the guy off, but it's too shoddy. Like almost all 6s leave shots. They're actually all 6s leave shots here, including and then there's probably some other stuff too, like 5-5. 3-3 is actually weirdly safe. Yeah, maybe it's just 6s and 5-5, but you're never going to get to clear the 6 points safely, you know, so it's pretty dangerous. Okay, 4-1. Okay, yeah, again, I think about ripping twice for the gammon. Does win the most gammons. But at this point, I thought it's pretty remote to win a gammon, and the computer agrees, so I went with the safer play, clearing the top point. 6-2. Oh, okay, so here, again, there's sort of this trade-off. Computer does want to pay 3 extra blot numbers to, you know, to bear an extra guy off. Let's see, it says it picks up 3% gammons and only costs this tiny amount of wins. Maybe white is running a lot next roll. Save the, if you rip twice, maybe white's supposed to run with like a 6-3 or something. And so you're not really paying the extra blot numbers. I would stay back though here. Yeah, it stays back. Running isn't too bad. I don't know. Anyway, so that's probably a small error. And then he hits me. Okay, so I do rip 2 guys. I don't really get this either. Okay, my play does win more because it wins more when it gets hit. Hitting picks up an important crossover, and wins more gammons. Yeah, I didn't really think in those terms over the board. So this is sort of the biggest error of the match, I think. One thing going on here is if you rib 1 guy and you get missed, you're down to an even number of checkers. So you have so you'll still bear off quickly. Like the extra checker doesn't really help you that much when missed. For say winning the gammon, because when you have an even number of checkers, you're probably going to bear off 2 guys every time, say, or 4 guys, and sometimes having an extra checker off isn't really going to help here. When you get missed, when you get hit, obviously you want the checker off. Well, why don't we continue the theme here of checking? Like here, okay, so here you want to rip twice to get you down to an even number of checkers. So now, when you get missed, it's still like okay for the gammon, say, to have the checker off. And yeah, so the gammon differential is very slight here. Yeah, similar here. Gammon differential is very slight between hitting and taking 2 off. Yeah, I kind of didn't think in those terms over the board. I think that was probably the last decision. So that was not a clean Bearoff. So what's going on here? I guess it's pretty clear that hitting should win more gammons. I would have thought getting the checker off would pick up more than 3% wins, but I guess it only matters when you get hit, right? So it's like you get hit a third of the time. The fact that it wins 3% more overall means you're getting an extra like 9% when you get hit, which I guess I can buy. Oh, okay. And then, okay, so he hits me. Yeah, he doubles early. You can see like I'm a slight favorite here. If a spare on the 2-point was in a better position, it'd be more like 50-50. And then I just get lucky and finish him off. All right, that was a quickie. Actually, I usually play one more when the first match goes so quick. But actually, I gotta take off. So yeah, maybe I'll be back later within the week or something. But yeah, hope you got something out of this, and I will see you next time.